Let's begin with class 11 complex numbers and quadratic equations. And this is our chapter 5. Okay, so you have learned different types of numbers till now, right? From your junior classes till now. Fine, you all almost all remember that, right? So before moving on to complex numbers, I'll give you a small briefing about different numbers. Okay, we have learned about natural numbers, right? Natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4. The basic numbers what you have learned. Then when we add 0 to natural number, what do we get? We get whole numbers. And again to this whole numbers, when we add negative numbers, it becomes set of integers. Then again when we add p by q form, that is fractions. 1 by 2, 2 by 1. So these are what p by q form, fraction form. When you add to your integers, positive as well as negative fractions, that time that is your set of rational number. Is it clear? Then comes real number. But before real number, ever heard about irrational number? Yes. Irrational number like root 2, root 5, these are all irrational number. And when you divide a number, when it does not terminate, you call it irrational number. Okay. So real number is nothing family of numbers. That is all different types of sets, including your irrational number, is called real numbers. And above that comes is your complex number. Okay, complex number is nothing which consists of real number as well as imaginary numbers. Now you'll be thinking, what is this imaginary numbers? Imaginary numbers is actually you have learned in your junior class, that is class 10 you have learned. Okay. You have ever learned like under root negative number. Okay, before going to that, did you learn about quadratic formula? Yes, that is x equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. When we find the discriminant, what is that discriminant in this formula? B square minus 4ac. So when b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac, when we find if it is negative, you call it, what do you say? No real roots exist, right? So when no real root exists, it's nothing, you call it imaginary numbers actually. And what is your complex number made up of? It is made up of two parts, that is real part and imaginary part. So it consists of real number and imaginary number. Imaginary number is always accompanied with this symbol I, and it is also known as iota, iota, iota. And your complex number is made up of two parts, that is real part and imaginary part. In this a and b, actually they are real values. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so this was a small briefing. Okay, next we'll solve a quadratic equation. So what do we have? X square plus x plus 1, where the value of a is 1, b is 1, c is also 1. A equal to 1, b equal to 1, c equal to 1. So we use our quadratic formula, that is x equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a to solve, to find the roots. Okay, so before that we'll find what discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. Okay, this will find. So when we find, what do we get? When we substitute the values, we got negative 3, because b is 1, that is 1 square minus 4 into 1 into 1. When we solve 1 minus 4, that is negative 3. So we got a discriminant negative 3. That means no real root exists, right? So when our b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then no real roots exist, right? So here our negative 3 will be root of negative 3 according to this, right? B square minus 4ac. So root of minus 3 is what? Imaginary number. When inside root there is a negative number, you call it imaginary number. Is it clear? Fine. Okay. So we know this three conditions of discriminant, that is when it is equal to 0, one real roots, one real root, that is two equal roots you can say. And when it is greater than 0, two distinct real roots, that is when you whatever value you're getting, it will be a real value, that roots. And b square minus 4 is if it is less than 0, then imaginary roots. So let us learn about imaginary number, what it is exactly. The square root of a negative real number is called an imaginary number. That is root of negative 2. So when root of a negative real number, so this negative 2 is a real number. So when root of negative number is there, you call it imaginary number. And the quantity root minus 1 is an imaginary unit. That is 1. So imaginary unit. And it is denoted by, root negative 1 is denoted by I, which is called iota. Okay. Power of iota. If I equal to root of negative 1, that is if root of negative 1 is I, then I square, that is root of negative 1 into root of negative 1 is root square root goes and we get negative 1. Next, I cube. I'll just write down, okay. Root of negative 1 into root of negative 1. So when we multiply, square root goes and we get negative 1 as I square. Again we multiply again. What is I cube? I cube means I into I. So again we multiply root of negative 1. So root of negative 1 into root of negative 1 is negative 1, right? Into root of negative 1, that is negative root of negative 1. What is root of negative 1? I. So negative of I. Is it clear? Next, again we have I raised to 4, that is into root of minus 1. We know that root of negative 1 into root of negative 1 is negative 1, right? Again, root of negative 1 into root of negative 1 is negative 1. What is negative 1 into negative 1? 1. So I raised to 4 equal to 1. I guess this is clear to everyone. So next we have a general form. It's nothing when I raised to 4k equal to 1. Then I raised to 4k plus 1 equal to I. Where a can take any integers. Okay, integer value. And I raised to 4k plus 2 equal to negative 1. Then I raised to 4k plus 3 equal to negative I. I hope till here to everyone it's clear. So let's move on to next slide. Okay, in next slide, we are learning complex number. A number of form z equal to a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers, is called a complex number. It's nothing. Your complex number has two parts, that is, one is real part and the other one is imaginary part. When your real number is accompanied by I, that is iota, you call that part as imaginary part. Is it clear? Okay. Here A is called real part and denoted by REZ. Okay. What do you call? This A is REZ. Okay. No doubt, right? REZ. Okay. Next. Then what you will call B? It's imaginary part, right? So what do you call? IMZ. So B is called imaginary part and it is denoted by IMZ. B is called imaginary part and is denoted by IMZ. Okay. So can I say IMZ? That is Z equal to REZ plus IMZ. See, we got it. Instead of A, it is REZ, and instead of B, it is IB, it is IMZ. Is it clear? Okay, we'll go for an example from your textbook. First example, here we have the question: if 4x plus I 3x minus y equal to 3 plus I negative 6, where x and y are real numbers. I hope till here it is clear. Then find values of x and y. First we'll write the given. Always write the solution and then given. So this is our given: 4x plus I 3x minus y equal to 3 plus I negative 6. Now we'll equate our real part and imaginary part. So which is a real part in this? In LHS 4x, and which is imaginary part? 3x minus y. And here in RHS, our real part is 3 and imaginary part is negative 6. Fine. So this will equate real part to real part and imaginary part to imaginary part will equate. Let's see how we are equating. That is, equating is nothing. 4x equal to 3 and 3x minus y equal to negative 6. This 3x minus y equal to negative 6. Real part to real part, imaginary part to imaginary part. So here what do we get? The value of x is when uh, when we separate the variable and the number, when we put it this 4 to the other side, what will happen? It will divide. So 4 by 3 is the value of x. Using this value of x, we'll find the value of y. So x we got 3 by 4, and this value we substitute here. That is 3 by 4. So 3 3s are 9, 9 by 4 minus y equal to negative 6. So if we separate our variable, we put y to the other side and 6 to this side, what will happen? We'll have 9 by 4 plus 6 equal to y. Can I write y equal to 9 by 4 plus 6? Yes. So y equal to 9 by 4 plus 6 equal to, when we cross multiply, we get 9 plus 4, 24 by 4. That is 4 6 are 24. So 9 plus 24, 33 by 4. So this is the value of y. So here we have x equal to 3 by 4 and y equal to 33 by 4.